Hello and welcome to the 2 Minute Drill. I'm Michael Rockman. And as you can see, there are many people joining me. We are very excited for this opportunity because it's a very unique opportunity for you guys to get a chance to watch the NFL draft and also experience it in board game form. We have brought on the Maptasy member, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us. Bailey's obviously here. Some of the other guys that you've seen doing reports through the draft cycle, Dean Bruce Saavedra, Andrew Viviano. We are very excited. Without further ado, though, let's get into this game. I'm sure you guys have heard about the partnership that we've been advertising in our positional rankings, but it can be intimidating to jump into a new board game without maybe understanding all the rules. So we're going to do a playthrough here today and hopefully get your guys' interest and really pique your excitement for this NFL draft that's coming up. So, Mike, I'm going to pass the reins off to you, let you explain the game a little bit, let you explain the company, and yeah, just let us know all we need to know about Maptasy.
Sure. Well, thanks for having us on and doing a draft for your followers. We're really excited about it. So Maptasy was created by some grad students in geography at ASU. I was a professor there in geography for 36 years. And, typical geography grad students, they were into beer and sports and beer and camping and beer and maps and hanging out in the GIS lab one day, in March, they said, "Well, what if we take this 68 teams from the March Madness tournament and map them? What if we make a polygon for each team? What if we then run a clustering algorithm and, make eight compact clusters of 8?" And so they did that, and they went to a bar and argued about it and chose these 8 clusters. And the next year, somebody graduated. They asked me if I wanted to be part of it, and they started to explain it. And I was like, they got to the part about the clustering algorithm, and I said, "Whoa, whoa, hang on, guys. Um, you're letting the computer have the fun. You got to have a draft, and you got to give us more flexibility." Like they were making these regions out of uh, around the 1 and 2 seeds. It's like, what if I want to pick a 4 seed first? So that was how Maptasy got started. So it's fantasy sports with board game strategy. Every team has a territory. The draft board is a map. You pick a team in the first round, and in later rounds, you have to pick a team that's adjacent to one of your previous teams. So you're the only person who's going to have each of these teams. So we'll build our empires. And then when the NFL draft starts on Thursday, we'll get points when players from our teams get drafted higher. And 15 points for the first overall pick, dropping down to 1 point for seventh round picks, except for Mr. Irrelevant, who gets 5 points. So chance of a comeback there at the very
All right, sounds good. So I'm just gonna walk you real quick through how to create a league. So we're gonna do the create a league, and then we're gonna do create a new league, and then we're gonna do Pro Football Draft Mania here, and then we're gonna enter a league name. And it's very important that you guys add 2 Minute Drill, 2MD to league title. That's how we're gonna track, kind of everybody who's doing it, and making sure that we get a leaderboard so we can figure out who actually wins this contest, and then we'll just do 2 Minute Drill first run, just because it's a lot of people's first run doing this. And then we have this here, and then I'm gonna enter my team name. So I think if you guys want to do it, it's 2MD dash first dash run. If you guys want to join on there, and then we're gonna do our team name. I'll do Bailey's Ballers because why not? And so we're gonna run the contest that we're running. We're gonna be running it against the bots. So when you do get to this, make sure you add 5 bots. We won't be adding any bots because we got 6 people here. But once the rest of everybody joins, we'll get this started. And this is what the map looks like. You can see it's divided into how many territories is there, Mike? 196.
76.
Okay,
So
76.
So this we have the game for March Madness. We have this game for the NFL draft. It has the Power Four conferences plus the Pac-12 plus Notre Dame.
Okay. Are you guys able to join? Let me share the link. share quick. So you should be able to join through there.
Yeah, so if you click on Play Now on the homepage, or you can either just click on the link that the league creator sends to everybody in the league, or you can click on Play Now and then join an existing league, and you just start typing in 2MD, and those leagues will pop up.
Yep, perfect. Okay, I see Mike's join. We got the Notorious BIV. Got Dean. Got Rockman Roundhouse. Oh, watch out. And we got Michael. All right, perfect. So now that everybody's in here, we can get started. All right. 5
So you have 5 seconds in which you could cancel the start if needed.
Okay,
All
this is
right.
what it looks like. You can see that you have some historical data here, number of players drafted, the projected days 1 and 2 picks, and the top 250 players. I've done this a little bit, so I know I usually like to start with Georgia when I do this. I got a lot of players going in the first round, a lot of players down the draft, but I think it's me who's up now. So let's click on this.
Yeah, the current turn is Dean,
Oh, it's Dean's up first. Oh, I see. Okay,
Perfect.
I'm up next. Sorry, I was reading the wrong
and
thing.
then Bailey's Ballers is next up, then my team, Mike's Mad Mappers.
Well, then I am going to steal your first pick, and I'm going
Dean.
to take the University of Georgia. They've
He's
got too many. They've got
alma-minded.
too many big time players in this draft, and there's a lot of good schools around them from the SEC. So I'm gonna take Georgia real quick. Thanks, Bailey.
Okay, now I'm on the clock. Oh boy. Dean has thrown my entire draft out of whack. Okay, I will. No, I'll head down to Texas. Let's go to Texas A&M. They got a bunch of first round picks, second round picks. Should have a pretty good draft throughout. And then you can see that the ones highlighted in gray are the ones that are available for your next pick. You can just see all the territories touching around. So I think Mike, you're
Well,
up now.
I'm shocked nobody picked Ohio State in the first 2.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep. There's a lot of first round players.
The surrounding area is just pretty scary.
Yeah, I'll take that risk.
Okay. Got Rockman's Roundhouse up.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed. I thought I was maybe going to get Ohio State, slipped to me, and then I got sniped. So we got to adapt here. I think I'm gonna maybe take some preventative measures here and start with Indiana, and then try to figure out my direction from there.
You guys are leaving the entire Southeast open for Dean right now. You got to go in there.
Well, there's still a couple more people.
Mike, you're going to make your pick.
So you can click on the territory, and then a pop-up window with some more stats will pop up, and you can confirm or cancel. You can also pick a team right off the table of available choices.
Yeah.
And you can sort that table by one of the stats.
All right, Biv, you're up.
Cool. Let me unmute myself. Take a look here. Let's see. I am not so sure that this is going to be the best move, but it is a move. Hopefully no one follows me over here. I am going to take Oregon and see if I can work my way on the West Coast while you guys fight your way on the East. I realize there's one more person going, so we'll see if this blows up for me.
All right, Sab, you got double picks here.
Yeah, I do. I have double picks. I named my team Michael. I thought it was a very unique name I'd never heard before.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Texas, and then I'm going to take Texas Tech.
Go bother Dean. Leave me alone.
Yay.
Wow, Georgia's got a lot of choices down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it is a snake draft, so now Biv, you're back up.
All right. Strategy somewhat worked. Don't know if it's a good strategy even with it working, but here we go. We'll work our way down towards the other California teams.
There you go. We got the two Mikes battling in the Midwest up there. See where Michael decides to go.
Yeah, I think right now it's more of a move of setting myself up for later. So I'm going to head further south and grab Vanderbilt right now.
Ooh, trying to
Mm.
get in on Dean's territory down there.
Trying to get down south a little bit.
Well, that kind of dictates that I should go north, I believe. Try to grab Notre Dame.
Get
Someone take Jeremiah Love in the first 6 or 7 picks. Pretty sure they will.
Looks like I don't have anybody predicted for days 1 and 2 by here. I got Texas with Tanner Kazul. I'm gonna go SMU. I think Kazul has a better chance of getting drafted, so I'll go him and I'm trying to come in on Dean on the southeast there. Can't let him have it all to himself. But now Dean's up twice. Got double picks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of ways I'm thinking about going about this. I mean, I'm sort of using this as a way to climb over to a couple of the bigger schools that I want to go after, because I think I've blocked out Florida with this pick. So I'm going to take Florida State, even though they've really only got the one player that's expected to be drafted. And then I'm going to head over to Auburn, who has 4 or 5 guys I think could go in the class this year. So I'm going to take those two and sort of cement myself as sort of a mid-round guy and block off Florida a little bit.
Yeah, you're encroaching my territory, so I gotta defend LSU here. Should have a couple guys get drafted in the first couple rounds, so I think this is a pretty solid pick and opens me up to a lot of the board. So we'll go them. And Mike, you're back up there in the Midwest all by yourself since Michael decided to head south.
Well, Roachman, how do you pronounce it? Rochman?
Rockman.
Rockman, yeah.
Rockman could get to Notre Dame if I don't pick him now, because he'll have 2 picks before my pick after this. So I definitely have to grab him right now.
So for me, I'm going to keep moving south because there's some really good value here with Tennessee. They seem to have a lot of collection of guys that I think are going to go on the first. Obviously, both corners seem like first round locks. Brazil's very intriguing. Joshua Josephs could easily go on day 2. So I'm going to take Tennessee here.
I think I did my math wrong.
Put some pressure on the guy with Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Got Biv all alone on the West Coast.
All alone out here. I think a pretty easy strategy from here is just to go with Fresno, just for the geography portion of it. What you got? What you got, Michael?
Okay, Sav's up twice. Nobody's
I'm
near
gonna-
Sav.
Yeah, nobody's near me. I've got a lot of space to work with over here, a lot of teams I can take. So I am going to take Arizona and TCU.
Good picks. Looks like Biv is back up.
Sported my Cavs jersey while they're playing Bailey's Raptors, and I'm going to support the family of the Cavs here by. I can't get to ASU. Never mind. Okay, I am going to go with. I'll go with USC. Probably not going to get a chance for that ASU comment. So,
Yeah, it's a tough situation for me with this next call, but I think I need to go. This is tough. I think I'm going to have to go with Alabama. Just too much talent on the board there. Too many guys that I think have that potential to move up. I know that they were just absolutely loaded at the combine. I think they had 10 guys in total that were invited to Indianapolis this year. So I think there's a lot of value there, and it helps me divide the Dean and Bailey war here.
Hmm.
Well, I think
So
in that.
I'm up
I-
here,
Oh.
and do I want to head over to Penn State? Um, there's not a lot of good teams around them. Do I want to compete out west? I think I'm going to make it interesting and head south.
Ooh, head south. Okay. So
Gonna-
Michael's heading south here. I think I'm gonna try and cut him off north. So I'll go Mississippi here. Hopefully Xavier Harris gets drafted. And we'll try to cut him off before his next turn.
All right. In that case, I'm going to secure Clemson, who's likely to have 3 first-round players, if the math is going correctly, and also my parents' alma mater, so that'll be good for them. And then, let's see.
I was hoping to add them to my Orange Empire, but I didn't really think I would.
Now, I could just make it impossible to grab Florida and grab South Carolina, who's probably going to have at least a second-round player. Or I could go Georgia Tech, which has Ted Hurst in it. So it's a bit of a trade-off here. I don't know. Do I think it doesn't seem like anyone else is going to get to South Carolina, so I'm going to go ahead and take Georgia Tech and just hope no one climbs over.
Okay, I'm up again. I can either go Illinois here or I can go Missouri. I don't think anybody can get to Missouri. If I do Illinois, it's going to be hard for the Mikes to attack me out west because they're going to have to go through Northwestern, who probably only has like Caleb Tiernan getting drafted. So I think Illinois will be good. Got Akis and got JC Davis. Both of those guys should be drafted. So I think this is a good pick for me. We're making a wall here. We're cutting everybody off from the from Central America.
Bailey, you might want to show the feature. If you see right up next to Maine, there's a map of the U.S. outlined.
Yep.
You can try clicking on that, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you can turn that on and off. We call it exploding the territories. Gives a little more space in the crowded areas. It really happens a lot in the March Madness maps. Meanwhile, I'm gonna pick Louisville. My dream scenario for my Philadelphia Eagles is an offensive tackle in the first round and Chris Bell to replace AJ Brown in the second.
This would be some good picks. And Michael, you're back up. You're getting kind of squeezed here.
Yeah, I'm not liking this right now. I feel like I might be trapped if I feel like I'm taking bait just to put myself in a situation of harm anyway, but I guess I have to try to escape north and go to Purdue, but I don't know. I'm feeling limited here.
Is it worth the lack of draft picks?
Not at all.
All right, guys, we made it. I'm back. I get to take ASU, drafting another Tyson as I watch my Cavs. All right, here we go.
Okay. Got Sav up twice.
Yeah, I'm up twice. I just have to figure out which teams I want to take these players from. Well, first of all, I'm going to take Oklahoma just because they have a bunch of prospects. And then I think I'm going to head north as well and take Nebraska.
Oh, whoa. Whew. Nebraska's a huge
You mean-
territory.
A lot of
You
territory.
can see that cuts. It's just basically Biv and Sav in the West Coast now. They got that all to themselves. Again, if you do run out of spaces, you can go anywhere. So maybe something can sneak in that way. But for right now, it's looking tough.
Yeah, so I guess the math now is how much war can I go at here with Sav before I need to pick up my ones that I've boxed out. I know that Dean was talking about Florida being his, but if you guys run out of spots, you could snipe us. So there's a little bit of strategy there. That's fun. That being said, I have no strategy. I'm just going to pick where I live. So I clicked it. One sec. There we go.
Colorado, little home cooking from Biv there.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
So our dedicated viewers of 2 Minute Drill know that we just released our offensive line rankings, and we were actually lying the entire time. Caleb Tiernan is offensive tackle number 1. Should be the first pick of this draft, and he's going to join the team here for Rockman's Roundhouse.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna head over to Penn State. Get me a offensive guard.
Penn State, there you go. I could go Wisconsin and cut off Michael Bell and gets me Mason Rieger, and I'm worried about Sav coming up, stealing some of my picks. So I'm gonna go Missouri. They should have a lot of guys. Zion Young might sneak into the first there. Should be a good draft for them. So we'll go there and expand some of my territory.
I'm starting to get into a situation where I want to make sure that nobody, takes Florida, like Biv said. And I'm also seeing 2 potential first round picks with my next 2 picks. I'm seeing Brandon Cisse, who I think has a good chance to be a first rounder just based on traits alone. So I'm going to snag South Carolina, also a hometown pick for me. I was born in Columbia. And expanding north, I mean, I could pick up NC State and get some 5th rounders, get like maybe a couple random guys with Wake Forest, but I think it's just an easier, better pick to go with Florida, who's probably going to have a bunch of those guys chilling in that day 2 range. So I'm going to grab them and just see if I can make my way otherwise.
It's good strategy, and I'm up again. Iowa's looking really good to me. We got Jengs Dunker, Logan Jones, Bo Stevens. Got some other players that I think will be drafted, 2 in there, another one of their guards. So think Iowa's the most tempting right now, and Michael does pick twice, so he could snipe it from me. So I think I'm gonna go Iowa here, and I'll be happy with all the guys that get drafted.
Oh, my turn came up and I picked Pitt.
I think this is what people call disaster class right now. I'm getting worked on this board. Man, I don't love any of the options. Michigan State and Wisconsin, Mississippi State. Brennan Thompson could maybe go in like 4th round just on speed alone. Mason Reiger, again, probably not going to get a lot of draft capital. I'll go Wisconsin, see if I can get over, but I feel like Bailey's just going to cut me off even more, limit my options.
Got Biv up again,
Yep.
who can also cut off Sav if you feel so.
I'm so sorry, Sab. We've just really met here, but I'm going for it.
Rockman,
Colorado
got the Mississippi River.
He can have it. I'm not going that way anyway.
Hey,
Perfect.
leave my territories alone.
No, I think I'm gonna start taking those.
No. We're dividing the U.S. very cleanly, vertically here. Everybody's going north-south. We're not got a lot of east-west movement here. Oh, Savtech, Arkansas. Let's look at Arkansas.
Now I gotta think. Who would I rather take? Would I rather take Iowa State or Kansas? I think I will take Kansas.
Kansas.
They both have like 1 third rounder. I mean, depends on who you ask.
Yeah, you gotta hope Jalen Daniels gets drafted there.
Oh, you're talking Kansas, not Kansas State. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm thinking, do I want Dominique Orange and then basically nothing from Iowa State? Or do I want like a bunch of random guys that could maybe go late from Kansas?
I think
Like Enrique Cruz and Jalen Daniels.
or
Always-
7th.
This is where the strategy comes in. It's not just, taking the best guys. You gotta put yourself in the position to get the best territories too.
I'm taking Iowa State because that way you can't reach Kansas State without taking Oklahoma State and Kansas State or Kansas and Kansas State.
Yeah.
I'm into a bad pick.
Cool. So I'm back up, and I'm going to take one of my favorite interviews from the Combine, Utah, with Spencer, who was anybody who's ever played football and hung out with offensive linemen. He's like that goofy offensive lineman. He was awesome. So anyway, got him on the squad. Feeling good about it.
Got Michael back up. Only has 2 picks. He's worked himself into a corner.
Quite limited. 3 picks, by the way. But yeah,
Oh, you get the Michigan State? Oh, yeah.
it's all rough. I think I'm just gonna try Brennan Thompson. Might go day 3, or day 2. I mean, very unlikely, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm going to secure Penn State.
Oh. I feel like we're getting dominated by Mike here. He's got the experience here. He's gonna take the entire Northeast for himself. So I will take Kansas this
I'll try one the entire Northeast.
I'm gonna take Kansas this round just because it does give me Kansas State, and I can snipe them before Sav does.
Well, I've successfully gotten my strategy of climbing all the way down to Miami, and I get to pick up a UCF player who fringe first round, maybe Malachi Lawrence, depending on who you ask, especially if you ask Brockman. So I'm gonna take UCF, and then I'm gonna happily take Miami, which is probably gonna have 3 or 4 first rounders. And I don't know. I think I'm pulling an absolute blinder here,
Yeah,
personally.
I think Dean and Mike might be running away from it, as after Dean takes Miami, Florida, who's gonna have like 4 first round picks and like 8 players drafted. I'm going to Kansas State, which we'll get a day 2 guy hopefully, and hopefully a day 3 guy.
All right. I'm gonna go with Duke. I think they should have at least 3 picks.
Yeah, good pick.
My damsel in distress strategy worked. I'm gonna take Michigan State here and put myself in prime position to snipe the Wolverines. A little bit of value with limited options.
There you go.
All right. Got the West Coast all to myself. Let's see. We can't really expand anywhere, so we're just going to start sniping the most valuable positions. I'm going to go with Washington.
So now it's my turn again. See, I really should have just taken Arizona State and Arizona at the same time earlier, but I screwed that up. So now I'm stuck in a position where I just have to bait Bailey into taking teams like Kansas and Kansas State so that I can then take SMU and Baylor.
You baited nothing. I've not taken Baylor. Enjoy your one.
Well, they got as many guys as Kansas does, and SMU's
That's
got
true.
a couple. 2 injured safeties that might get picked in the 7th round.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dean's gonna take up like another team with like 5 first rounders on his next pick. We're starving over here in Middle America.
Well, you start to lose me once you hit North Carolina, and I have to just pray someone loves Devon Marshall.
Yeah, you got Joe go pretty high. Got some good options over there. And Biv, you're back up. Get your pick of the litter, as usual.
Yeah,
on the West
all
Coast.
those great picks with like 1 draft pick each. I'm going to stick to the where I've lived thing and pick San Diego. Beautiful place.
Like I said, just gotta take the Wolverines. Very limited options on the board. This one at least provides me some solid scoring.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake not picking Michigan up earlier.
You let Michael sneak around through the north,
I did.
Canada, and he got you.
I did. Sleeping on the job here. Let's see. I guess Wake Forest.
Okay, only have limited options here. I got Minnesota with Devon Eastern, Oklahoma State. Out of all these guys, I think Eastern probably has the best shot at getting drafted, so I'll go him, but I'm not happy about it.
Well, if I take NC State, it both gives me the best 2 options of my. I'm down to UNC and NC State, and I think NC State at least has Justin Joly, who I really believe in, and I think could be a day 2 player. So I'm going to start there. Plus, it gives me a chance to climb up the Northeast, and maybe I can get in a foot race with with shoot, with the
With Mike.
Midwest guys and just
Oh, the Midwest
really
guys.
try and run for Boston College, who I think at least is going to have a couple offensive linemen picked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to climb for it's between UVA and UMD. And while I'm not sure about Jalen Husky, I do think it's possible. So I'm going to try to make the climb out.
I'm back up. I got two pretty bad options here with Texas State and Oklahoma State, but I guess we'll go Oklahoma State. We'll let Sav have all of Texas. Will be nice to him.
Well, I think I'm gonna stop your northward climb and
Worth a shot.
keep you down in the south, where in your home territory.
I've been officially
Alright.
boxed in, so I got skipped.
Yeah. So, but the next turn you can go wherever you want. So
I know that Michael agrees with me here. I'm going to go with Stanford mainly because I think Sam Roush is going to go higher than some people think. It's a crowded tight end class, but he's got the skills to play both out on the edge as a Y or even as an X. I think he can with some routes, and then he can play in line as well. So I think he's going to go a little sooner than people think. I'll pick Stanford.
and we force poor Sav into just taking Texas State.
I'm fine with that. I'll just have to hope that Dorian Strawn magically gets picked, even though he didn't test at his pro day.
Then
And now I get skipped.
Yep.
What I wanted.
Yeah, it's actually not like a bad idea to sometimes let yourself intentionally get skipped, and you can like beat people to the to some of the colleges they've been hoarding.
Yeah, I've seen people take Miami first and then get boxed in after just 2 or 3 picks, and then they can go anywhere.
Which is the case for Michael right now. He's got his pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think I want to. There's more options if I head out west to BYU, but or I mean not BYU, Boise State. There would be the chance to kind of move around a little bit, but Boston College has some guys that I think could sneak in today too. I like Jude Bowery. Some teams seem to like Logan Taylor. Quintavious Hutchins is a guy. Louis Bond's even's a guy that could get drafted. If there's 4 draftable talents on the board this late, I feel like it's good enough value. Might as well take it.
No. Oh boy. Syracuse is not strong this year. West Virginia's not strong. There's no Marshall with Randy Moss. I guess I'll do UVA.
My turn got skipped because I got boxed in, unfortunately. So
I was hoping for UVA. I should have probably just taken him when I had the chance, but I'll take UNC. I think there's a couple cornerbacks on that team that, I mean, I know Thaddeus Dixon and Marcus Allen are at least strong enough players to where, I don't know, maybe both of them get picked up. Let's grab them, and then I think I'm going to get skipped. Yep, that's me.
Yeah, I mean that's your draft. You got 12 picks, and you're done, Dean. That's your squad.
Oh damn! All right, that works.
You got the Southeast and the East Coast there.
Yeah,
so
it ends up with a few teams that don't get picked, depending on the number of players. You know.
Yeah.
The game is set up so that everyone gets an equal number of teams, and that leaves,
it's all
a variable number of teams left over, unless the number of players goes into 76. Exactly.
Well, I have limited options, but Syracuse has Dan Villari. Also, Red Murdoch's there at Buffalo that could be a draftable talent as well. So there's some potential there for a couple points.
Now I have to pick between Boise State, BYU, Washington State, and Utah State. Oregon State doesn't matter because they have no one.
Don't
Maybe
forget
somebody will
West
take.
Virginia.
Oh yeah, West Virginia's over there. They got Michael Coates, who might go in like round 7. BYU's got Maury Bamba, Carson Ryan. Isaiah Jada's probably not getting picked, but you never know. Utah State's got Ike Larson, who's not getting picked, but I like him. Washington State has Tucker Large, I guess. I could take Boise State, but I don't think they've got anybody this year. Just that one state, Zion Washington, that one state.
They have Paige Casey who could
They
go.
did Paige Casey, who could go like round like 3 or 4 or something.
Mhm.
So it's gonna have to be them or BYU. I think I'm gonna take BYU though.
Okay, to finish off the draft, as Sav said, there's only really 2 options here, and I'll take Cage Casey. He'll get drafted for sure. I'll take another guy in my top, and I think that's the draft.
That's all she wrote.
Oh, there you go. So here we see the points. Obviously, the real draft hasn't happened yet, so no points yet. But as the draft happens, this will be updated, and the results will come in. You can kind of see everything unfolding here on the slider. Pretty cool.
So Bailey, right above where it says results map there, you see the 2 tabs. You see draft and result. Try clicking on draft.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was clicking through it. You can see everybody making their picks. It's pretty cool kind of animations on unfolding here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how the territories came up.
We can see how bad it went for me. Maybe don't show
You can
this.
see,
You know, let's
see where all your mistakes are. It should have
let's
a little,
I'm gonna be rewinding a little bit too many times, just trying to figure out where it all went wrong. But yeah, this is awesome. Looks like just from projections, Bailey's in a pretty good spot. Dean's in a pretty strong spot. I'm not entirely out of it. It looks like Biv might have gotten cooked a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when I picked UCLA as my final school over BYU. I don't know what that was. I blame the Cavs game being on right now.
Well, what was a pivotal moment for you guys where things either opened up and closed off for you?
I mean, for me, it was in
when
round
I
1.
took TCU.
Yeah, when Sav decided to join me in Texas, I thought I could have have it to myself a little bit, and people would be competing in the Southeast a little more. But Dean had his run over there. He kind of dominated.
Yeah, when you guys let Rockman escape the Midwest, I knew I was going to get Miami. I was like, "Oh, this is the game plan." I thought I could have maybe gotten both Bama and Miami, but that unfortunately didn't happen. But I was able to pick up Miami, and that sort of, cemented it for me as I made the right call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I should have picked Northwestern or Purdue to block in the purple team, so they would get boxed in and be able to compete with you on Miami.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really fun experience, and we hope that you guys give Maptasy, sorry, a chance. It's a really fun opportunity to play a board game style on the NFL draft. You're here, you're watching, you know you love the draft. Enjoy the board game experience as well. Add a competitive element to it. Thank you so much to Mike for walking us through this so that we understood it. Thank you to Dean, Saavedra, Andrew, and Bailey for coming in and really contributing for this board game tonight so we can get a playthrough going. And yeah, that's all for us. So I'm Michael Rockman. This is everyone else. Thank you guys so much. And that's the 2-minute drill.